Today I'm going to be showing you what to do with all of that leftover turkey that you have sometimes after Thanksgiving and Christmas. Hi, I'm Melissa Diane, and you're just going to love this recipe. Here are the ingredients that we're going to be using today for our turkey casserole. For our turkey, what I've done is I took my turkey and I cut it up into little cubes, and this is about 3 cups of turkey. I've got some onions. This is about one small to medium yellow onion. We've got some chopped up celery. This is probably about 3 stalks of chopped celery. Here we've got some little pimentos. This is about 2 ounces in the little 2-ounce jars. I think you could probably use double this amount if you want, but this is all I had today, so we're using 2 ounces. Now for some garlic, I've actually chopped up my garlic today, and this is about 5 or 6 cloves that are chopped up. Then I also have some green onions here, all right, and this is probably about, I think about 6 of those. Little skinny onions. And then here for the cream cheese, this is 8 ounces of cream cheese. I've gone ahead, I let it soften to room temperature, and then I went ahead and cubed it. So I went ahead and cut it into some little cubes. And then we do need 1 packet of ranch dressing. And then for some cheese, I have some shredded mozzarella cheese here, and this is about 3 cups. You could also use some cheddar cheese if you wanted. And then for milk, I've got 2 cups of milk. Now here behind me, I've got a couple of other items. First of all, you need some bacon. And so I have got here 6 strips of bacon. I've gone ahead, I cut those each in half. And you do want to use a skillet when you're frying this up. A lot of times now I will put my bacon in the air fryer. I really like that. I really like the texture. I like the taste of that. It's really, really crisp and it's not near as messy. But for this recipe, you're going to want to use that leftover grease that you will have from the bacon. So definitely put it in a skillet. And then the other thing we've got is you can use any kind of pasta. I just have this little pasta here, the little spirals, and these come all different colors. They're yellow, orange, and green. I went to find for you exactly what I'm using, and this is actually called Tricolor Rotini, and I will put this in the instructions below, but I think this will look really nice in the recipe. You also want to get a little lemon pepper. That's really the only seasoning along with everything else here that I'm using today. And I took this lemon pepper and I just sprinkled a lot of that actually over the turkey while I was chopping it up into cubes. Get this on high and get it going. And at the same time, I'm just gonna pop over here and we're gonna get this bacon going. And while all that's going, let's go ahead and get your oven preheated. We're gonna put this on about 375 and let that start. The other thing you can do while you're getting your pasta and bacon going is to get your bacon dish ready. I'm using a 9 by 13 bacon dish here. Go ahead and put either some butter in it or a little bit of spray or some cooking oil. So our water's ready. Let's go ahead and we're just gonna pour in our pasta. There we go. We're gonna let that boil and get going. And our bacon is over here is doing good. We're just gonna flip it over. Look at our pasta, it's doing so good. It's beautiful. We're just gonna leave this in here about 6 minutes. We just want it to be slightly firm. So here we are with our bacon, and we didn't let this cook too awfully long. It went about 6 minutes, also 6 or 7 minutes. But you want to use a spoon that definitely has little slots in the bottom because you want to leave as much of that bacon grease as you can in there because we're going to be using that. So you want to put that all over just on a paper towel, and then we're going to be cutting this bacon and crumbling it up into small pieces. I'm going to switch over and actually use my little tongs to take these out. I think that's going to work a lot better. Yeah, that was a lot smarter. Now this recipe, where it came from, I was wanting to try to find something to use this leftover turkey on. We had vacuum sealed the turkey, but you know, I wanted to be able to use something that's been about a month since the holiday. And I went on the internet and I looked around and I found several different recipes, but just none of them really hit me. So what I did was I just took several of those recipes and I just kind of combined them and just made one that I'm really hoping is gonna turn out good. It looks wonderful on paper. I think it's gonna be fantastic. So I can't wait to get it fixed up and we can check it out. Okay, so I think our pasta is now done and we're gonna go drain it. Now I've taken the bacon out and I have chopped it up into some little pieces, and what we're gonna do next is we're gonna leave this baking grease in here, okay? And we're gonna add in the onions to this. So we're gonna put the onions in here. Okay. And then we're just gonna whisk those around a little bit. And we're gonna cook these until these onions are good and soft. We want them to be really, really, really good and soft. Cook them for a little bit. And while we're doing that, we're gonna go ahead and put the garlic in. So let's put the garlic in there. There we go. I'm gonna stir those around. Let those get heated back up really good. Okay, so this has been going now for about 5 minutes, and I'm just gonna raise this up so you can see the rest of the ingredients. We've been going about 5 minutes, and everything's getting pretty soft. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit so it doesn't cook too much. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put in the cream cheese. And this cream cheese, if you can see, I've already chopped it into little squares. So we're gonna put this cream cheese in here. I'm gonna put about half of it. And then I'm gonna whisk that around. I guess about half. And I just love this little whisk. If you're using a skillet that has a stick proof or like a Teflon type of a bottom, and you're wanting to be really careful with your utensils, don't use one of your metal whisks. Get one like this where it's kind of rubber. It's doing great. Now I'm gonna go ahead, let me scoot that over. I'm gonna go ahead now and put in the rest of the cream cheese. And if you are working on some other recipes that you're using for some of your leftover turkey, please, in the comments, let me know some other things that you're doing, because I still, even after I make this pretty good sized casserole, I'm going to have more turkey left in there to do something with. Next, I'm just going to pour in about half of this milk. Start getting it whisked up. And then after we put in the other half of this milk, we're gonna put in the ranch seasoning packet. And then for that cheese, we're just gonna use a cup. A while ago, I told you to get 3 cups of shredded cheese. We're just gonna use 1 during the recipe. And then the other 2 we're gonna put on top when we're decorating the top before we put it in the oven. Doing wonderful. Now let's put in the other half. We are getting pretty full, but this will thicken, it will thicken back up. Once you get that milk stirred in, get your ranch seasoning dressing packet. And I want you to put that in. There we go. And we're just gonna whisk that in also. Mix it up real good. Want to make sure you get all the chunks. I tell you what, this is really smelling good. Okay, so I'm going to take about 1 cup. Scoot that over there. 1 cup of this. It'll be about 1/3 of what's in here. I think that's probably about 1/3 of what was in here. Stir that around. As you're stirring this, once it gets nice and smooth, okay, you're just going to remove it from the heat. So I'm just going through here. I'm going to make sure that it is mixed up really, really well. And I think we're just about there. I think we are. So I'm going to turn the heat off, and I'm actually just going to pick this up and remove it over here to another burner. Take it off the heat completely. So now we have moved over to the island, and we're gonna take this mixture that we did, and it's cooled down a little bit. You don't have to have it cool all the way down. I just removed it from the heat, let it sit for about 5 minutes. And now I'm just gonna get all of this out of here, and we're gonna mix in the rest of the ingredients for the casserole. We're gonna take our cooked pasta. We're gonna go ahead and put that in now. There we go. Mix really good. You want to use a big, good size mixing bowl when you're doing this. Next, we're going to take that turkey, all of that leftover turkey, put that turkey in there. And like I said, I just slightly seasoned that turkey up a little bit more. There we go. And I just love these mixing bowls. Not only are they, I just think they're so pretty. And so when I'm cooking, I want to have fun and enjoy it. And I just really do like these mixing bowls. I'll put a link for these in the description section. These are from Pioneer Women, and they're fun to use and extremely durable. Okay, next we're gonna put in some celery. There we go. Got that celery in there. This is really starting to smell nice. Now, if you want to, you can put some other seasonings in here at this point. If you have something special you like, if you want to just put a little pepper in there or something else that you might want. I'm pretty much sticking to original plan today. Now I'm going to take and put in the pimentos. Put these in here, and this is going to make it look really pretty also. And if you're enjoying this and if you're learning something, please pop that little like button. That helps me know what you like and if you enjoy the content. And then if you subscribe, you'll know when all the next videos are coming out. There we're going. That is really looking pretty. I was hoping that it would. And now I'm going to put just a little bit of this green onion in here. Just a little bit, because what I want to do is to save that. I want to save those for, I think it'll be really nice when we take it out of the oven, to put those on the very top. Okay, well this right here looks like, I believe I got everything I wanted in here, and now we're going to go put this in our baking dish. Okay, let's scoot this over. Let's get our baking dish over here, and let's see how we do. Okay, it's looking good. I think I got it all out. It's a little bit right there. This is really, that little bark that you heard, that's actually from Heidi. Heidi is one of our German shepherds, and she's talking. She'll probably come in here in a minute. If you ever, on my videos, if you hear a jingle in the background, that's one of their callers, because they love it when I start filming. They think I'm talking to them. Now I have this bacon, and I'm just going to take this bacon and I'm going to sprinkle this all over the top. And when this starts cooking, it is going to be so nice, because this bacon is just going to melt into the top of this casserole. And I want to say it again, this little casserole is just starting to look so pretty. All right, so there's the bacon all over the top. And now, let me scoot this over here. We're going to take the rest of this mozzarella cheese, and we're just going to sprinkle this all over the top. We want to get a nice thick layer all over. I was trying to think of something that would be different, to use with the turkey. A lot of times we'll do turkey sandwiches and turkey roll-ups and different things, or but I just thought our turkey enchiladas, something different. And Jay's off in a trip and he will be back tonight. And I thought, let's just find something really different and get creative and fix up something. And sometimes when I get creative, I'll hit it out of the park and it will be great. Sometimes not so much. But this one so far is looking good. We're gonna keep our fingers crossed that it's gonna taste good. Okay, now here we go. We are all sprinkled with our cheese. We're gonna put this in the oven. Okay, here we are. Let's gonna put this on in the oven. And we've got it set at 375 and we're gonna let this go for about 25 minutes. Let me get my timer on. Let's scroll on up here to 25. And I'm gonna go do some cleaning up in the kitchen while this is cooking. And I will be right back. This is looking wonderful. It's been about 25 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and take it out. So we're out of the oven, and the only thing I have left to do, let me get a little towel over here. The only thing we have left to do is I am going to cut up a few of these chives right here. I went out and I have these little green onions that I've been growing out in the garden. And let me get that piece off. I'm just gonna take some of these and I'm gonna just trim them here. I'm just gonna cut them up in little pieces all over the top. And that's gonna look so good. I'll tilt it up here in just a second so you can see. And that is so pretty. I love having these out there. I can just run out there and get them. And I've really been surprised how well, I mean, we're in Texas. We've had a couple of light freezes and these little guys just keep a-growing. So I think that's just about plenty all over. And here, I'll tilt it so you can see. Let me get my mitts, because this is still a little warm. So here we go. I'll tilt that up a little bit. It just looks wonderful. It smells really good. So let's go ahead and cut it really quick. Let's cut this. I'm gonna cut a little square down here. Jay's not home yet. As soon as he gets in, we're gonna dig into this, but I want to go ahead and taste it and just see what it tastes like. Okay, it looks great. So I'm gonna taste this real quick. I love how this cheese melted on top. It's like it gave it this little crust all over the top. So here we go. Okay. So this is the keeper. This is a good one. This is a good one. Be sure and check out that next video that's popping up, and I'll see you over there in a few minutes. Bye-bye.